Hello, everyone. How's it going? Welcome to a fun evening that we have in store for you. I am Mike the Beast Benson, and we're going to do a fun holiday video tonight. We're in the middle of the holiday season. Two of us just really apart. One didn't. But we're looking forward to this. It's going to be a good time. So joined by me is Sean. Sean, how's it going tonight?
What's going on? Ho, ho, ho.
And Chinmo himself is also here too.
I guess bah humbug. I guess I've done 2 Christmas things now, and I have a Santa hat. Couldn't tell you where it is right now. So
yeah, I had to find this one as well.
I went full dock worker. So
Christmas dock worker that's underpaid, overworked.
Exactly. That's exactly what's happening right now.
So
yeah, exactly. This is I'm going my Home Alone get up right now. I need a gold tooth. I got a gold tooth. I'm set.
We're looking forward to this. It's gonna be a fun video. So not as many guidelines as past top videos I've done have had. It's a top 12. 12 days of Christmas. Top 12.
Who's gonna sing it?
I know the Bob Rivers. Better than the original version. I know the 12 Pains of Christmas more. But yeah, so it's gonna be our top 12 favorite things to watch around the holiday season. So not necessarily just movies, not necessarily Christmas, but anything in any sort of televisional media. So
excluding stuff you may find on the internet.
That's not necessarily true. No, I'm just
kidding. She was wearing a Christmas hat.
Or at least part of it.
So
I could have just went down even more. It's
family friendly show, everyone.
Yeah.
And
John.
Without any further ado, let's get this snowmobile on the road.
Get into it. So before we start this list, I will say I am the only one that knows all 3 of them because I made the very poorly made slideshow you're about to see. And I'm going to apologize for my list right off the bat. You can't see me anyway, but there you go. But yeah, so I'm sorry because my list is, it's keep in mind it's favorites, what we watch, and a lot of that for me is nostalgia. So keep that in mind.
It wouldn't be one of our videos if not all of us had at least one thing that might be controversial. Yeah. So
there is. I told these guys there is one pick. There's a number in here where all 3 of us just happen to pick the same exact thing, which
in the same spot.
Same spot. Same thing. It's a movie too. It's one of the holiday movies. So, but yeah, let's start with number 12.
Let's do it. So already, so my number 12, Santa Claus 2. I'm currently doing the 25 Days of Christmas. Watched this one last week, and sequels, especially with like comedies, especially classic movies, you never know what you're gonna get. Santa Claus 2 for a while I preferred to the original. I love the Christmas feel to this movie, as a lot of these movies. And Tim Allen doing the double role. We've seen him be Buzz twice, 2 different Buzzes. This one, he's 2 different Santa Clauses. The toy Santa is great. You got Bernard back. You have grown up Charlie. You have the blonde lady from Lost as the principal, and it's
Juliet, man.
The cast, the chemistry is great. You have, I believe, correct me, I may be wrong, it's the recast the mother.
I think I haven't watched Santa Claus 2 in a long time, so I'm not positive.
Ho. What's up, Adam?
I apologize. But yeah, regardless, it's this has been a must watch, and that was a big thing. 12 things we watch around the holidays, like every year. And this is one that's, since it's come out, has always been one I watch. So Santa Claus 2 for me.
Solid pick. As like every top movie thing I watch, you probably heard me say, sequels and originals, they all go into one for me. So Santa Claus is just one big movie for me now. But yeah, so My number 12 is It's a Wonderful Life. So I will be very transparent. I showed my list to my wife, and she said, "What the hell? My favorite movie is not on there." And that is It's a Wonderful Life. I do not like black and white movies.
Oh, so
I-
this is the wife's pick.
This is a nod to my wife, calling out hers. I dropped. Actually, it was Santa Claus 2. Actually, I think it
Was
was
it really?
one of the Santa Clauses. If I look back, maybe I'll find. But I'm going to. It's one that I won't go out of my way to watch, but if it's on, I'll watch it. You know,
Okay. Fair
I'll
enough.
do that. But yeah,
I'm happy it did make your way onto the list. I just want to do a quick shout out, and trust me, I won't do this for everything that's not mine. But shout out to my sister in Holy Cross High School back a few years back. They did a production of this, and they my sister, they kind of did they switched the angel Clarence into, I believe, Clara, and my sister played the guardian angel, and she did a
That's pretty
phenomenal
cool.
job.
Nice.
yeah.
Shout out to all those people, and that's
She
the
was
first
right,
time
it
I
should be on the list. Yeah.
yeah,
It is
that was-
probably my favorite out of all those old ones. So it is one that I can still watch. If
You can
it's on.
tolerate, if you will.
Yeah, I can tolerate.
That's the Christmas spirit.
Bah.
Doing stuff you don't want to for family. There you go.
Chin, do you have a Humphrey Bogart impression?
Nope. No, I do not.
You're not giving
Humphrey
me Nicolas
Bogart.
Cage?
That's James Stewart right there. I can do kind of James Stewart. I'm not going to. I
James
can
Stewart.
do
Why
James
is he
Stewart.
Humphrey Bogart? I'm off tonight. I
Yeah.
apologize.
I don't
But,
know.
Summer opening day, everybody. Opening day.
Okay. On
All
that
right.
note,
And we just lost our 5 viewers.
Somehow almost doubled.
my
Wait,
my
wait.
number 12, Christmas Vacation. This is the only reason it's so low on my list. Is I didn't grow up watching it a ton. I mean, I always seen like clips and stuff on TV, but the older I got, the more I appreciated this movie. Randy Quaid, his cousin Eddie, gets me every time. You know, just emptying the emptying his toilet, if you will. I'm not going to swear. I know Mike doesn't like swearing. Yes, Otto. I'm not wearing a Santa hat. Thank you.
He is
But,
cosplaying, terrorizing.
Yeah, I'm
Evan.
playing Harry. I'm Joe
Kelsey,
Pesci
yeah.
from Home Alone.
Yeah.
But there's too many classic scenes to name in this, between the squirrel in the tree to them trying to slide with, oh my god, the sparks coming out. It's just
The ice going through the window.
The
Yeah.
sound.
Juliet
That is triggering.
Julia Louis Dreyfus as the neighbor. It gets me
good.
every time. Why is
So
the rug wet?
I don't know.
But no, it is it's a Christmas staple. So there you go.
I agree. I won't add any more because I'm sure we're going to be talking about it more.
I know we're going to be talking more about this. So let's go on to number 11, which in fact is the same pick for all of us.
Oh,
Crazy. I can't believe this happened.
never have. I would not have guessed this was going to be that one. That's
Yeah.
the same for everyone.
I thought I had it a little bit higher than you guys. Then when I was making the show, I was like, oh wait, hold on. Here it is. Yeah.
All right, who wants to give this one the honors?
If you want to, you know what? It's your shot, Sean.
All
So
right.
if you want to start it off.
I love this movie. I think the Grinch story is great. A nod. Maybe we'll be talking about it more later as well. But Jim Carrey is like, Jim Carrey's awesome. We all know that. When he gets into that character, he is really awesome. Just he puts 110% into it. I just recently was reading an article and somebody asked him, would you ever do a sequel? And he said the only way he would, I forget what it was exactly, but he said he will not wear the makeup again. It would have to be either like CGI'd or it would be
Stop motion.
something. Yeah, it's like that
They-
because he's like, I'm not wearing the makeup anymore.
They brought in someone from the CIA to teach him how to deal with torture training with the makeup, because he almost quit many times, and he had to just keep saying, It's for the children. It's for the children.
Yeah.
He was like a heavy smoker during it to like try to get through it. I guess it was a rough shoot, but he,
Yeah.
it worked out in the end.
Yeah.
That was a trivia question on last year's 3MIB.
It was. Yes,
Oh,
it was.
That's funny. Yeah. Yeah. But anyways, you guys want to add in?
Yeah, I mean, I'll jump. I mean, like you said, Jim Carrey, just he embodies in any role he's in. There's no, I mean, the fact that all like the facial movements, it's not CGI. That's him. That's just him being his regular rubber face looking self. It's so well done. Ron Howard crushes this for a live action. It's true to the Grinch Dr. Seuss story with a little bit modern take, some of the jokes a little bit more. It makes me laugh every time I watch it. I highly enjoy it. My nieces love it, so I can watch it with them. So there was no way this was not making my list.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. This did scare my kids when they were younger,
But
they can now watch it though.
Yeah, if you're watching this pretty young, I mean, he's a giant green dude trying to destroy Christmas. It's scary. I get it. He looks like a monster out of a nightmare.
Yeah.
There's so many classic scenes in the cave where it's talking back to him, and then it's like,
"You're an idiot.
You're an idiot."
That's so good.
He's in the mail room, and he's like, "Jerry duty, Jerry duty, Jerry duty." So we can go on and
dinner with myself. I can't cancel on that again.
So many good, and you have great banter between him and the mayor. This is a classic. This is just when you think Jim Carrey can't do any more great work. He's in that 90s prime he was in. This comes out, I believe, like 2002, 2003,
2000.
Wow. And he still doesn't skip a beat. It's like Mask Light in a way, phenomenal movie. I'm happy this is the one that's on all three of our lists at the same spot.
Yeah, that is great. And this will not happen again if we do more.
I don't think this can happen again. This was a Christmas miracle, as they say.
Uvilation.
Yeah. But let's hop into the top 10.
And why don't you lead us off with yours?
Crazy enough, Tim Allen shows up quite a bit on all these lists, which is kind of crazy to say. It's something you'd never think you'd say. But the Santa Claus, it's one of my favorite movies from when I was a kid. It's such a cool take on the classic.
It better be a Hallmark movie.
Honestly, Greg, I'm not gonna lie. I came very close to just putting like Hallmark movies in general.
Yeah,
and I was like,
because they're all the same.
Yeah, I don't want to get yelled at.
Owe you the storyline.
I enjoy a good Hallmark movie now and then.
The hunky guy goes away, comes back to a local town, saves the tree farm, and gets the girl.
There's usually like a cat or a dog involved.
Yeah.
Right. Oh.
Sorry, go Jim.
But don't get me wrong. I actually do enjoy a good Hallmark movie. I'll say. But yeah, the Santa Claus. This was such a cool take on like being Santa in a movie. Like it's a contract kind of thing. You know what, Greg's right. They're so bad. They're so funny. That's why it's great.
They are.
I love them. I have another one. I do have a movie. I have something on this list that's so bad it's great. So you'll see. It's coming up in a little bit. But Tim Allen's great in classic 90s Tim Allen. He was everywhere. Bernard gets me every time in these movies. Bernard, David Krumholtz. But this is a classic nostalgia watch for me, and it's still to this day highly enjoyable. So
the interrogation scene always cracked me up as a kid. Like,
but I had to put it on the list. So top 10, number 10.
I like it.
So this is maybe not my most controversial, but what the hell is that, Mike? The Happiest Season. This was a Hulu original. I think it was dropped on Hulu. I'm so bad. I don't have any stats to me tonight, but at least 4 years ago, right around the time when Schitt's Creek was big, because you've got Daniel Levy in it. And so quick elevator pitch. It's Kristen Stewart and her girlfriend, and they're going to the girlfriend's family for the holidays, and her parents don't know that she's gay. So that element alone is like, oh, are we going to tell them? Or so that rides throughout the whole movie. But what really does it is the cast is phenomenal. I mentioned Kristen Stewart, Daniel Levy, and Victor he was in The Flash or Legend of Tomorrow.
Victor
Professor-
Garber.
Victor Garber. He's phenomenal in it. He plays the father. It's a lot of fun comedy. It's pretty much Levy's character is very similar to David from Schitt's Creek. He's Kristen Stewart's like best friend and like the guy she's always calling, throughout and asking, what should I do? What's going on? What's your take on this? There's, has your classic, has your highs, lows. There's that one moment where you think the whole movie's ruined and it's over and all's bad, but then it has, then maybe it doesn't without giving the whole thing away. So if you haven't seen this one, I know it's not a huge popular one or not a lot of people know of, but I definitely recommend it. The cast is great. And it definitely, gets me in the holiday season every year when I watch it since it's come out.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll have to check that one out. My number 10, this is probably my most, controversial, if you want to, as you said, pick on mine. Christmas with the Cranks. This is one that when it's on like TBS, AMC, whatever, the 12 days of whatever they got going on, I'll always sit there and watch it, even though like you can always stream these things, but it just seems for whatever reason this one's always on. Great cast with Tim Allen, Jamie Lee Curtis, Anne Aykroyd. Just that slapstick humor that sort of Tim Allen is known for, right? Of that, just like
The 90s era Tim Allen.
Yeah. It's that 90s home improvement. Like it is home improvement on like every single one of his movies. It's like you see him there. It just reminds me of that. So I love this one. And like I said, the cast, I think, really makes this one really great. It's popular in our house. Yes. Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't love Jamie Lee? She's great.
It's not even Saturday.
All right. Number 9.
Number 9. Ooh.
Another same pick.
Ooh, we almost had
this
it.
was you can't escape this film every Christmas year, especially when it comes to Christmas Eve, 24 hours. And I love it, but that's one reason why it's as low, because it's almost just like we've seen it so many times and not necessarily a huge con, but that's what kind of outweighed it, with no fault to his own. But this is just an iconic Christmas movie. So many lines, you'll shoot your eye out. The father, who's also the father in Billy Madison, he's my favorite part of the whole film. He's one of the best to ever have like his facial expressions and tone of voice. Like I'm happy it's not alone at the moment, and happy it's on this list.
Nice. I'll talk about it in a second.
Yeah, I have this is probably my hottest take of the night.
Wow, this is a great movie. This is a great special.
No. I don't like A Christmas Story.
Oh, well, okay. Just kick him out.
But anyway.
There he goes.
I think now I'm on the bottom, damn it. I think because it's on so much. That's why.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But so my 9th, I won't talk about it a lot because we talked about Grinch before. But this one, I love how quick of a watch it is as well. It's like you can get that full Christmassy Grinch feeling with the storytelling behind it. My favorite scene when they like his like smile just like goes wider and wider and wider. It's just a great the old school animation. I love it. It's from 1966.
Yeah.
Animation is, I love that style of animation. It just feels like a warm hug.
It does. It's like that class. I mean, it's almost like a Hanna-Barbera cartoon. It's like that classic cartoon style.
Yeah.
It's nice.
The great Boris Karloff. Sean might not like Universal Monsters, but he's got Boris Karloff on here.
That's
so.
true.
That's
Yep.
good. Yeah.
But no, I like this. This almost made my list. I do love this one as
Same.
well.
Sean's
but
got
yeah.
all my honorable mentions.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But I also picked A Christmas Story. Like I said, it's on, TBS 24 hours. It's hard not to. Red Ryder BB gun. It's very quotable. Is it overplayed? Absolutely. But it's still. I'll still leave it on in the background. I love it. It's great. There's no bad part to it. The Christmas lamp or the leg lamp is still iconic to this day. But yeah, so this had to have made my list at some point. So that's why it's number 9. Number
Fair
8.
enough.
Here's where things are going to start getting weird for me, guys. So buckle up.
What the? Very super. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Who's
I
up?
think it's
Me?
you, buddy.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
going to go that deep into it because Chin already went into it. My number 8 is the Santa Claus. This is just classic nostalgia for me because I'm going to guess this came out in like 96, 98.
Right around
Ish.
there. I think it was 96.
Ish.
I'll tell you right now. Give me a second.
So right around that time would have been
94.
around 94. Okay. Jeez. So, but right around that time, I was 10 at the time. So watching this, remember watching it a ton growing up. It was probably the most played Christmas movie at my house. This and another one that is sure to be on our list that are a little bit higher from that time frame as well. Yeah, Tim Allen just screams Christmas for me now. He either screams inferred tools or Christmas, whichever one. Yeah, so I am repping the movies on this one because you guys got some shows on the left and right. So
Yes, I put a handful of episodes because I was gonna lump some stuff together, but this is my first Christmas episode. I love the show Supernatural.
Great show.
If you
Great
never watched it, it's a long haul. It's 15 seasons. I absolutely love it though. And in season 3, they do a very supernatural Christmas. I watch it every Christmas with my buddy. There's a handful of things we watch. This is always on the list. It's the brothers, they're hunters. They fight vampires and werewolves and monsters and everything's supernatural. And they come across a case where Santa Claus is killing mom and dad or grandpa or whoever it is, and it's bloody and it's great. It's hilarious. It's a little spooky, a little creepy. It is supernatural, but it's hilariously fun to watch in a good Christmas time. Every year I watch it. You can also, even if you don't watch the show, I think it's season 3. It's like episode 6 or 8, and you can watch it just as a standalone, episode, and it's fantastic.
Phenomenal show. So
it is. I love Supernatural. This is early too. This is our season 3.
Yeah.
So like 2007.
Before all the angel nonsense. Yeah.
This is. It's one of the best though. I love this episode.
And that's one show surprisingly that I've never watched. Everyone always tilts their head.
That's crazy to me, especially you with your horror.
But one show I'm very familiar with is Batman the Animated Series. It's called A Transition. It's I went with one I did watch this past weekend. And it was the Christmas with the Joker. First
Classic.
time I ever heard the Jingle Bells, Batman smells. You got
an egg, a Batmobile lost his wheel,
and the Joker got away.
Hey.
It leads off with him singing that, escaping Arkham on a rocket Christmas tree. So you already know you're off to a great start. It's the great Mark Hamill. And, we've talked about Batman Animated Series on past videos. But it's just I've watched this, since a kid every year. And then once this was put on Blu-ray and streaming, I've watched every year since. So it's a must every Christmas season. I do love, the Robin's constantly always throughout the whole episode trying to get Batman to watch It's a Wonderful Life. And then one of the best lines in the whole show, Batman goes, "Could never get past the title."
So accurate.
And I had to include it on this list.
Yeah, solid pick. I'll save my thoughts for some reason or another.
I figured.
Number 7. Is this me? This is me.
I think so.
It's a newer. It came out a couple years ago, but it very quickly made my list. It's Guardians of the Galaxy, the holiday special. If you have not watched this, even if you haven't watched any of the Marvel movies,
It's good.
this is a phenomenal watch.
Hilarious.
James Gunn doing crazy outer space and on Earth, just Christmas madness. It focuses heavily on Drax and Mantis, but the whole crew's there. It's got a great story behind it. It really kind of invokes that Christmas spirit. You get an amazing Kevin Bacon playing himself, which you can't really beat. And the soundtrack is phenomenal. It has, I'm one of those guys that enjoys Christmas music. This special gave me 2 new just holiday bangers, and I love it. But yeah, this is quickly worked its way in the rotation for my Christmas viewing.
Yeah, and I even love if you have watched the MCU or just the Guardians movies, I love the little thing with Yondu they put into it as well and stuff. So
It's like a little animated in there with live action, reminiscent of another holiday special that we may or may not see on this list. We don't know.
It's good. Yeah, I agree. Hilarious.
Yep.
And who's next?
You.
Cool. So this is, I think, would probably be my most controversial. I could be wrong. Because is it Halloween? Is it Christmas? I think it's both. Actually gonna be watching this tonight after we film this for Friday the 13th. Happy Friday 13th in December, everyone. And yeah, it's Nightmare Before Christmas. You've got, not Tim Burton directed, he pretty much, this is his brainchild, his creation, his characters. So the animation alone, I love the style. The Jack Skellington played by both Tim Burton and Chris Sarandon, Lord Humperdinck himself. And you got Sally by
Catherine O'Hara.
Yes. And just fun because being a horror fan, I had to throw something horror onto this list. And this is a little mix of everything I love. I love Halloween, love horror, love Christmas. Some great catchy songs in it. And
what's this? It's a great soundtrack.
Yeah. Phenomenal cast, great songs. And I had to throw it on here. Nightmare Before Christmas.
I like it.
Good pick.
Speaking of songs, Sean?
Yes, speaking of songs, you got to put one foot in front of the other. And
I'm gonna apologize
you'll be walking
right
across the floor. You put one foot in front of the other. And soon you'll be walking out the door. All right.
Bye, everybody.
That is, that quite possibly, when that song comes on, my entire household gets up and just starts marching around. I actually have an ornament that I found. I've never found another one because this is one of my wife's favorites as well, and it's mine now. Is it plays the song? Yes, and so it plays the song. It doesn't play it anymore. So it broke, but awesome for stop motion. So we got 2 on this list right here. I just think these guys just embody, again, I like my Christmas movies give me sort of like a warm hug. Like I already used that earlier today. And this one does that for me as well. It's just the storyline is pretty cool as well. How he became Santa and that sort of stuff. And the songs are always great in all of these types of movies. So yeah, I love it.
All-time villain, Burgermeister.
Yes, Burgermeister.
I've been bamboozled.
Solid choices all around here. Number 7, I think we can all agree we all had solid picks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's check out number 6.
And I'll start off. We mentioned Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Great movie. Tim Allen. So I love this movie. Happy it's on the list.
Yeah. No, I agree.
It made all of our lists. So I'm
yes, which is good. Yeah, so number 6, I go to another Rankin and Bass, to another stop motion. Rudolph. It's I love some of just the cheesiness to this one. I had no idea what Mike was doing right there.
The pants have the abominable snowman on it.
Oh, okay. I was like, is he taking off his pants?
Yeah,
He
you know what? I
tells
wasn't
us
going to
it's
question
a
it. I was just going to let
family
it
show.
happen
I don't
and
know
let you
what
keep
he's
talking
doing.
Rudolph.
Yeah, I love this Rudolph. I like this story a little bit more than Santa Claus is Coming to Town, just because I'm more of a Rudolph fan. The abominable, as you had on your pants, is a great character as well. All the toys that he found, just everything is just another
I want to Misfit Toys, man.
great sort of nostalgia bomb in my mind, because it's something that is always on at my house.
Fair enough. Solid pick.
Yukon
Solid pick.
Cornelius.
That's what I'm going for right now.
There it is. Yeah.
I'm going for it. Yeah. My pick is the holiday special, Star Wars: The Holiday Special. This is the epitome of it's so bad it's good. I love this with all my heart. You can't even get like a copy of this, which is incredible. You have to get like a bootleg copy, which I own. You get all the commercials in there, Tobor the robot, just spelled backward. I love it. It's great. This is, you get the live action with the animation. You get Boba Fett's introduction, which is actually the best part of it. The animation in this is awesome. You get each of the main actors with like 50 pounds of makeup on their face. It's so good, revolving around going to see Chewie's family on Life Day, including his kid Lumpy. It's such a fun watch. Me and my buddies would watch this every December. It's so good. The commercials in between, because I think we had one, our bootleg was like, I want to say it was out of Chicago, because it was like a lot of Chicago-based like commercials in there. But this is a perfect holiday watch. You're not going to get that Christmas feeling, and that's okay, because it's Life Day, so it's fine. And I love this. There's a reason it's not on Disney Plus. There's a reason Lucasfilms never really talks about it.
Why
or
is
tries
that?
not to talk about it.
He despises it, right?
He despises. Yeah, I mean, he made it. They made it. But it is so bad. Have you ever watched it, Sean?
I watched it a long time ago.
Is it still on YouTube?
You can probably find it on YouTube or clips. Usually there's always a guy at a con with like bootleg version. I have a bootleg version that I bought years and years ago.
Gotta find one.
It's just so wonderful in so many ways.
Did you see have you watched the Skeleton Crew yet?
There you go.
Oh,
yep.
Have you watched the Skeleton Crew yet?
I have not. I've been sick, so I'm hoping to start that soon.
All right,
I'm all for it though. I like Goonies. I like Star Wars.
Yeah.
I
was gonna talk about something, but
yeah, no, I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
It is on
the way
YouTube.
my friend put it. She said there's too many cute little freaks not to love it.
Yeah.
So I can't wait.
Yeah. It was something to tie the holiday thing into that. So
they've started to make it kind of canon. I mean, the Mandalorian, they got the Mythosaur in there. They pulled pieces. They've referenced the B. Arthur as the bartender. So I mean, it's pretty great. So yeah, I love this. Let's go.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Top
I'm
five?
surprised I didn't think of you having this. Yeah, let's go into the top 5.
Yeah, no, I absolutely love this. Here we go. Number 5. Who is it? Me?
Yeah, I think it's you, Chin.
Yeah,
it's me. I mean, Mike, you already talked about this, but Christmas with the Joker. One of the few holiday traditions I have is that me and my buddy get together every year and we watch a bunch of cool, fun, geeky, holiday themed stuff. This is usually the one we always start with. The fact that this is the second episode of that amazing series and the first time we actually see the Joker blows my mind. It's so good. It's classic Batman. This episode is one of the reasons why this Joker is probably my favorite version of the Joker. the whole Christmas gift he just wants to give Batman, and it's so well done. It's great, and there's a reason it's on my top 5. So there you go. I'll leave it at that.
Love it. And then I went with another just classic for me. You know, ever since seeing it in theaters, it's always watched every year. Elf, you've had very talented Will Ferrell, the legendary, you know, rest in power, James Caan. Zoe Deschanel, one of the first things I saw her in, if not her
blonde Zoe Deschanel.
Yes.
There's
Awesome scene.
so many things to quote. We could spend a whole 5 hours quoting this movie. Make work your favorite. So it's yeah. How do you not have, you know, Elf on this list for me, at least?
John.
I was gonna say, John, man, get on it, dude. Dude, turn us off. Go watch it.
All right. So I am
thought you
going to
were talking
talk
about
about it. I'm going to talk about it because John just brought that up. So my wife and I watch some version of the Christmas Carol every Christmas Eve.
Great.
It started with a few others, but it has now ended up with the Muppet Christmas Carol. It's actually, in my mind, the best version of
It is
Christmas Carol.
It is.
The acting, Ebenezer Scrooge. I'm terrible with actors. So I don't
How
know.
Michael Caine didn't win an Oscar for this blows my mind.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, he
Biggest
was
travesty.
phenomenal. Like, all of them are so good in it. It sticks with the story like pretty damn good as well. So it's not like it doesn't go off on its own tangent type of thing. So yeah, this is such a good movie. You watch it and you don't even realize you're watching Muppets in my mind. Just because he's such a phenomenal actor in it. So Christmas Carol we're starting to get up to some of mine, which are more like stuff we do at certain times. So Christmas Carol is definitely that one for us at home.
I have many, many thoughts on this, but I'm going to save it for a specific reason. So I wonder why.
I like it.
Number 4?
Number 4.
Boom.
Ooh.
I don't know whose turn it is.
I think Sean.
All right. Wow. It's freaking Jingle All the Way. It's Arnold, man.
It's not Christmas without Arnold. Come on.
It's not. It's like the only thing missing in this movie. You got all Arnold, the cliches for Arnold everywhere. The only thing he doesn't say is get to the chopper. Like, that's pretty much the.
But he gets a jetpack, so it's okay.
He does get a jetpack at the end. So, it's just. This was actually my favorite Christmas movie for the longest time. So this has dropped to number 4 for me because of some of the other ones above. 2 through 4 probably I can crisscross a lot of them, shift them around, but my new number 1, as we'll see, really took off. But again, Arnold, him and Sinbad really are great together.
Such a duo. Such a good duo.
Just so great. And with what's his name trying to get his wife.
Phil Hartman in this.
Yeah.
Got just the tool for the job.
The late great Phil Hartman.
Yes. Yeah. So it's just and it's a story that everybody at some time or another probably has experienced, that you either forgot a gift or you're trying to get one. It harkens back to that it doesn't really happen that much anymore, but that craze for toys.
That scene when they're trying to get that bouncy ball at the mall, I will never forget it.
Or the Santas, and they're like facing like ninja Santas, facing like
cheesy common in red suits,
big Santa, big Santas, and then
Big Show.
Yeah, the Big Show. It's the Big Show. And
so good.
Yeah, just great all around.
Yeah, solid pick. This was an honorable mention for me, but I absolutely love it. It's so good. Excellent pick. My My number 4 pick is a specific episode of Justice League the Animated Series. It goes hand in hand with Christmas with the Joker. It's called Comfort and Joy.
I'm so happy you put this on your list.
It's such a good, wholesome Christmas story with superheroes. It kind of shows the Justice League at their best around Christmas. Like Batman's not even in it; he's on Watchtower duty. Wonder Woman's also she's back on like Themyscira or something. But you have everybody splitting up, doing their thing. You got Green Lantern and Hawkgirl are like off planet and like starting fights in this bar and like having a great time. You have the Flash trying to find a certain Christmas gift for some kids at a shelter every year, and he can't find the gift. Very Jingle All the Way. It's so heartwarming. And then you have Clark Kent, Superman, going home to the farm, bringing Martian Manhunter with him. And Martian Manhunter's, he's the last Martian. He's out of place. He doesn't really feel at home. And it's him trying to figure out, Christmas and the spirit and how he belongs on Earth while, Superman turns back into a kid. He's back on the farm. He's trying to look X-rays vision his presents and they're lead lined. It's such a heartwarming superhero cartoon. It's 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I can't recommend it enough. I watch it every Christmas. But yeah, Comfort and Joy of the Justice League animated. It's one of my all-time favorites.
I watched it 2 nights ago. It's such a, like you said, that's one of the reasons, like, that is classic Superman, like heartwarming Clark Kent and the farm. It's just like those scenes alone just make me feel so
when
like that.
When he grabs those presents, he's like, darn, lead blind. It gets me every time.
Yeah.
It is season 2, episode 23.
Yes, it's towards the very end of season 2. It's before they go into Justice League Unlimited. So it's
Right
just these characters. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I read it's the only standalone episode in the series.
It is. They're all
right.
always like part 1, part 2,
continued.
part 3 kind of thing. This is a one-off, and it's amazing.
Fun little deep cut villain who was showed a lot in that universe, but a cool little deep cut villain.
Yeah,
too.
Ultra Humanite. Yeah, great. The Flash.
Yeah,
I think it was something like Ducky McCool or something's the toy. It's a
rapping duck.
It's awesome. It's so good. Yeah, but
thing. Yeah.
I watch this. It's on if you have
Yes.
HBO. It's on there with Justice League cartoon. Give yourself a watch. It's great.
I couldn't agree more. And we just talked about A Christmas Carol. I had to put some form of the Christmas Carol in this list. You might be looking at it like, Mike, that's a Spirited, not Christmas Carol. Well, let me tell you. Will Ferrell as Elf in one of the most iconic Christmas movies. This one, I believe, came out 2 years ago. It's on Apple TV Plus, and it's a pretty much modernization of Christmas Carol. I may have another kind of version of that later in this video, but you take Will Ferrell and you take Ryan Reynolds playing the Scrooge character, and this is just that writes it sells itself right there. Their chemistry together is great. There's so many, not just Christmas Carol Easter eggs, but other Christmas movie Easter eggs. Have you guys seen it?
Yes,
I have not.
Yeah. There's so many like moments that like, I'm a sucker and I love references to other movies and stuff. So there's moments like, oh, no way, look at that. So I recommend this movie. I know it's on Apple TV Plus. You may even be able to rent it on Amazon or VOD. But yeah, this is if you love A Christmas Carol, you want a modern telling of it, I recommend Spirited.
Fair enough. I will have to. I love Christmas Carol. So
I would. I only saw it when it first came out. But all I remember was it's Will Ferrell is Will Ferrell, right? And then Reynolds is Ryan Reynolds. It's like you get his sort of dry humor compounded with Will Ferrell's like wackiness, right? And it's just a perfect combination.
Agreed.
It's good.
okay. I'm gonna have to watch it soon. All right, here we go, boys. Top 3. And I'm gonna be honest with you. My number 3 is on the TV right now over there. Boom.
We tied.
So
yeah, we tied.
I'll start this off and then let you guys have at it. Just what was just said. I love this movie. I went to daycare as a kid, and a perk of being one of the three older kids, instead of nap time, we got to go upstairs and watch TV. From like December 1st till Christmas, she would Kathy Harrington would put this on her TV, and that just sucked me into this movie. I could quote this whole thing. I can't, you guys pretty well talking about it last slide. I saw Sinbad live at Southern when I was there. Made fun of me because I stupidly raised my hand thinking I wouldn't be the only one. I was, and he made fun of my major. But it's just Jake Lloyd, pre
I would say, yeah.
episode 1.
Yep.
Young Anakin Skywalker.
Balthazar. This is once again a movie I could quote till the sun comes up. And,
Booster.
Who wants Booster? But yeah, it's just great. It's this is like we're in Mount Rushmore in 04, but like this is top 3 every year since those awesome days in daycare.
Yeah, solid pick. Excellent choice.
Yeah.
And you guys can talk about one that's not on my list at all.
Sean, I'm gonna jump ahead of you really quick here. I'm not gonna lie. I could not decide between 1 and 2. So as far as you're concerned, if you're looking at it, 1 and 2 go hand in hand together.
Yeah, they're the same movie.
They're so good. It's literally on the TV right now, like as we're recording this. This is such a good movie, both of them. Number 2, I love the break-in aspect of number 2 more. Just the skeleton gets me every time when he gets electrocuted. I will never not laugh when he turns into a full-blown skeleton. Just coming in, just wow, what a hole. Even in the first one too, like when he's like, it's just so over the top with them like trying to break in, stepping on the ornaments, like very.
But it's so amazing.
It's Daniel Stern and Joe Pesci are a comedic duo that I'm upset never did more stuff together because they were so good. Macaulay Culkin, absolutely ties these movies together. You get Catherine O'Hara, you get a full blown his family. Uncle Frank's an asshole. It's great. But yeah, there was no way I could not put Home Alone / Home Alone 2 on this list.
Yeah, I would echo everything you said. This is a must watch. A movie that is always on one of the stations that has it on.
It's on FX right now, people.
My kids love this movie as too. They find it wildly hilarious each time they get hurt. Something that I just started to do is think about every single time they get hurt and be like, they'd be dead. No, they would have like compound like fracture. No, their skull would be like caved in type of thing, and it's like, and that just adds to it.
When he gets his literally the top of his head flamethrowered and he gets blown up in a toilet, like he would be dead. It's so good though, and it's one of those things, especially when you watch it as a kid, you're like, I could take on some burgos if they're trying to get into my house. No, call the cops, kids. Call the cops.
The one thing I'll say that even though I think it's has nowhere near the level Home Alone 3, even though it's not with them,
it's solid. It's solid. It's pretty
not
good.
bad. Yeah.
There's like 5 or 6 of them.
Get the hell out.
Stop after 3.
3 is where I stopped. 3 still has that same feel. It actually has a young Scarlett Johansson in it. She's like 14, 13 or so. It's so early ScarJo there. The one hilarious thing about Home Alone that I always say, if this was modern times, this movie would be about 12 seconds long. Because he would be able to, even if he didn't have a cell phone at that age, he would be able to go knock on a next door neighbor or open up some computer somewhere left in the house and send some message out.
I remember watching this on TV one time, and it was like when they had like the little pop-up facts and stuff come up throughout the movie. And at that scene when he first wakes up, it's a thing from Christopher Columbus, the director, and he's like, "This is if we made this movie today, here's where it would have ended because cell phones exist." So I was like, that's pretty true. But it's so good. It's such a classic, and it does. It has that Christmas feeling where he wishes his family away. It's just it's so good. It's a classic. 1, 2, even 3 is good. So
yeah,
great pick, buddy.
Great pick.
Yeah. All right, top 2.
Top 2.
All right. What do you got, Sean?
I got Elf. There is like I said, 2, 3, and 4 for me can be interchanged just depending on the mood that I am when I'm making the list.
Checking it twice.
So
Nice.
so quotable here, it's the modern masterpiece for Christmas movies here. There's so much in our list from like the 90s and that sort of stuff, but it's like I'm assuming this came out in the early 2000s.
I want to say it's
I
like
wanna say-
2004. I'll
Yeah.
double check.
So
Something like that. But it's just hilarious when he does
2003.
the singing telegram to his father. For some reason, that just gets me rolling. When he purchases him lingerie, that's just like, it just cracks me up.
intercoms.
When him and Santa fight in that thing, and he's like, "You're not the real Santa." It's just hilarious.
Rica beef and cheese.
Yeah, cracks me up every single time. So that's why I have it this high up, because it still makes me laugh when I watch it now.
Solid choice. My number 2, I went with I don't know if you guys ever watched Doctor Who, but Doctor Who does a bunch of Christmas specials. A Christmas Carol is probably my favorite one, but there's so many, and most of them you don't actually even have to watch the show for. I mean, Voyage of the Damned is great. It's like Titanic in space at Christmas time. The Christmas Carol is my favorite. It's literally one of the coolest takes I've ever seen on a Christmas Carol, especially with time travel that's already involved in time travel. It's fantastic. You get the Snowman episode. There's a Peter Capaldi episode, Last Christmas, where Nick Frost is Santa Claus. They're so good. They're so great. Me and my buddy always watch at least 1 or 2 of them every year. Usually one of them always being a Christmas Carol, because it's just so damn good. But yeah, I love the Doctor Who specials for Christmas. They do a bunch of New Year's Day ones and New Year's Eve stuff too, but the Christmas specials, the holiday specials, there's a Peter Capaldi like love letter to Superman, like Christopher Lee's Superman episode. It's like the Return of Mysterio or something like that. But they're so much fun. They're so good, and it's time travel, and it's Doctor Who, and it's the holiday season, and I love them. So that's why it's my number 2.
So I will admit something. Just like Mike admitted, never watching any Supernatural, I've never seen a minute of Doctor Who.
It's great stuff. I know Mike doesn't like time travel, but it's so good.
He doesn't like time travel.
Yeah, Mike's weird like that.
You like Sliders? The show Sliders?
Wings?
Well, the wings are good too, but the show Sliders?
That's Greek to me.
Yeah. See, I love time travel, so I got hooked on Doctor Who early on. And when it came back in 2005, because it was, from the 60s. You can watch the old stuff. It's great. Don't get me wrong. But if you watch from there, it's such a good show. And the Christmas specials,
Yeah.
they worked their way every December. They're on my watch list. So
I've actually seen more Doctor Who than Supernatural. My college roommates one year were huge Who heads. I don't know if that's what you guys call yourselves, but
I don't call myself
for
anything,
alliteration. But the few handful of episodes I've watched, I've enjoyed.
It's good stuff. I highly recommend the show. Definitely the Christmas specials. Can't recommend them enough.
Is it one that you can just like jump in at any time, or you should really watch from 2005 on?
You really should. There are a handful of episodes that you can watch, just one-offs, and it's a thing. Like honestly, if you wanted to just watch this Christmas special, you'll absolutely love it.
Yeah.
But it's a good watch through. They're only 10, 13 episodes a season.
Okay.
It's not crazy watches.
Yeah.
Does it take place in the same universe as The Grinch?
No.
Who? Doctor Who?
Oh. Okay, Mike, your turn.
So
That was
I
actually
mentioned I mentioned Christmas Carol, one of my all-time favorite stories of all. Read it in school,
Same
and
here.
so I mentioned another modernization of it. Scrooge with Bill Murray, one of my favorite comedians. Another movie, it's been a family favorite since I was a kid. When I was old enough to watch it, it's definitely one I've watched ever since. Every Christmas since. Everything. Shout out to Greg. I had to. It's one of my all-time favorites. It's his old, so Bill Murray, head of a huge TV company. He's the head honcho there, and it's his life. Not, he's Scrooge, if you will, and his old boss, is the Jacob Marley character, and he's like, it's pretty much beat for beat, but in an awesome Bill Murray comedy way. Great. I guess when I talk about horror, there's a lot of cool horror elements to this movie, and maybe one of the reasons
you get the skeleton hand right there on the poster.
Yeah, when his boss visits him, it's pretty much a corpse. It's has one of the best lines in being in the liquor industry. It's when I try to quote every now and then. It's he makes a drink. He makes a Bacardi, and Bill Murray just shoots him, and his boss goes, "Take it easy on Bacardi." So it's funny because then anywho. But you've got Carol Kane as the Ghost of Christmas Past. You have oh no, my bad. It's if my dad's in the chat, he'll correct me. The cab driver who's
I'm not gonna lie to you. This is gonna hurt. And I love A Christmas Carol. It's one of my all-time favorites. I've never seen Scrooge, and I love Bill Murray, so I need to watch
this. Yes.
So, Chinmo, I'm with you. I've never.
You guys need to watch this after this video.
I know.
I know it's streaming somewhere. I apologize for not having names and stats with me. The guy who plays the Ghost of Christmas Past is great. He was
David Johansen.
Yes. If you ever heard the "Go back to Jersey, you moron," that's from this movie. It's so he plays the ghost. Carol Kane plays the ghosts of Christmas Present. You have an awesome. I'm a sucker for the Ghost of Christmas Future because I love Reapers and skeletons and all that. So I love how they incorporate that. There's a funny line because the big thing also his TV company working Christmas Eve. They're putting on a live adaptation of A Christmas Carol. So that's cool. Going on. So he's being visited by the ghost while also running the live adaptation of A Christmas Carol. You have oh my God. I apologize, guys. Riddler, John Glover, plays a guy who's trying to take his job. And he's got some great parts in it. He plays a great, just like you want to punch him in the face. So he's in this movie. There's a bunch of there's an awesome intro where it's at this point I can't say anything more to you.
We just need to watch it. We need to watch. Yes. We do. I'll take the hit on this one. I should have watched this many years ago. Just never.
I agree.
So, maybe I'll probably watch it tonight. So. There we go.
It's so good.
Let's talk about our number ones. Here we go. The number one things we watched during the holiday season. Here it is. Boom. Before you guys go off on this, I'm gonna sidetrack it with the Muppets right here. Okay. Muppets Christmas Carol is the best holiday movie to watch. I absolutely love it. I love A Christmas Carol. This is the best version. Honestly, it's better than the book, and I love the book. Michael Caine, we've already said it, should have won an Oscar for this. The soundtrack, I mean, Marley and Marley, it's so good. It's such a good take, and it's the Muppets humor. I mean, it's Fozzie instead of Fezziwig, it's Fozziewig. Gonzo, this is one of the coolest aspects of it. The fact that they have Gonzo playing Charles Dickens while telling the story. Him and Rizzo together will never not make me laugh. It's so good. This, it's the classic version of this story. When I was a teacher, every year we 7th graders had to read A Christmas Carol, and they went to see a play of it. It was awesome. So always like that day or two before, the holiday break, I was like, oh, let's put on a movie. I'm like, I know exactly what we're putting on. We're putting on Muppets Christmas Carol. It's my favorite. I absolutely love it. It's I can't say enough about it. I love it. Muppets
Yeah,
Christmas Carol.
it's one that I think for the first time on any of these lists, these number ones, I'm like, you know what? They're all flipping fantastic. Like, I love Muppet Christmas Carol. I went through it before. It's my favorite adaptation. I had it higher on my first list. I had it number 2. I dropped it down a little bit just because each season watchability for me, I can't watch this multiple times each season.
I
I
can.
watch it once and that's what I watch. But my number one, I think, not only is the best Christmas movie, but now after thinking about it, I think it's one of the best comedies ever produced.
By far.
Just Chevy Chase and all that, like, and Quaid. It's just so funny, and it just gets me every single time. I was watching some video, and they were saying, at the end when the cops all break in and they all like freeze, and she puts her hand on his
improv.
crotch. That was improv because a director and her were sort of like arguing a little bit, and she was like, well, you know what? I'm going to put my hand on his crotch. So screw off. So it's just everything. And then she like shakes his hand and then immediately goes right back. Yeah. It's just, and all the scenes with the folks next door when the ice goes through and it's just like them just like arguing with each other just cracks me up. It's I love it. I love this movie. Chevy Chase is a genius in it. Everyone else is. The parents crack me up as well. Like when
the
she
grandparents are great.
Brings the like cat and be like, well, she doesn't have a lot of money, so it's like moving as he's like moving it around. Oh, it's just great. So.
Cousin Eddie will never not make me laugh.
Oh, Kevin, and a dog Snot, right? Yeah. Is it Snot?
Yeah.
I think it is Snot. Yeah. It's it's just anyways, that's what I have to say about it. Mike, it's to you.
So yeah, once I was of age, this became immediately every year with the
Talking
family.
about 25 years old. Okay. Yep.
And it's just,
can we not have the grandparents answer the phone? Yeah.
Bobby called and he said I was in the bathroom. I just gotta sleep with my brother. Well, I sleep with your father.
So good.
I was fortunate last 2 years ago. Wow, 2 years ago now. Chevy Chase, at Foxwoods, they did a showing of it, and then Chevy Chase came out and did a Q&A with the audience. And just to hear him talking about it was great. And you have a young Leonard from How I Met Your Mother. Oh, Jesus Christ. From Big Bang Theory as Russ.
One of the many Rusties.
Yeah, true. It's I might swear for the first time in our live videos, but when he's when they're at the mall, they're shopping, he's talking to the lady, flirting with the lady, and it's like, just a season to be married. And she goes, oh, that's my name. No shit. Like, it's just his delivery is just so nonchalant. And then you see, hi, Dad, and then his face, the eye bulge and stuff.
Hey, Chevy Chase is good at that slapstick kind of just physical humor.
His boss, played by Bill Murray's brother, Brian Doyle Murphy.
Brian Doyle,
the scene where all the big wigs are visiting and they're marching, walking by.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Kiss my ass, kiss his ass. That's it. Happy Hanukkah, kiss his ass. It's just, once again, I could go on and on quoting this. It's like, I totally agree. Not just my all-time favorite Christmas movie. It's a top comedy movie for me. I think it's my favorite vacation movie.
When he looks out the window at Randy Quaid emptying his shitter, Just the look on his face, and he's just so nonchalant, not bothered by it. It's so good.
You check your shitter, Sonny?
Oh my god, it's so
And
funny.
then when that explodes and Santa goes off and they all turn around and they're like put their hands on their
Oh, the dinner, because the dinner scene, or it's the aunt and the uncle. Grace, they want you to say Grace. Grace, she died 30 years ago. The blessing. And then
So good.
she does Pledge Allegiance for Grace, and then
yeah.
at the end, and
Yeah.
it's just so gosh darn funny.
Yeah.
Back to PG Michael.
Yeah, Greg, I agree. I will watch it this week. I need to. It's a movie I've always wanted to watch. I love Bill Murray. I love A Christmas Carol. How I've never seen it, I don't know. That's on
Yeah.
me. I'll take
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I'll try to me as well.
But yeah, this was fun. We made great time. We did a top 12 faster than top 10. So that's, I got the equipment now. And
I think it helps that with this one, there's a lot
True.
more.
It was
a
lot of crossover.
granularity. Yeah.
It was out of all the lists I've helped you guys put together. This is far and away the one I was like, ooh, there's a lot of crossover on this one.
Yeah. So I think that helped us consolidate, because on some it's just like, well, I won't talk too much because it's that. But holiday movies. Now I can't wait to watch Muppet Christmas Carol this year.
So good.
If you want to, we can spit fire quickly. A couple honorable mentions. Christmas carols. There's so many great Christmas carols. The Flintstones have a good one. My favorite, though, honestly, didn't make this list. Favorite animated. There was a straight to VHS, maybe even a TV special with Tim Curry as Scrooge. And that's like the first time where I love the Fezziwig character because of that movie. And that's one of my favorite beers of all time, Sam Adams. The Fezziwig Holiday Ale is so good. The original bottle had a picture of Fezziwig dancing on it. So, and Tim Curry is amazing in that.
No Fozziwig. That's all I'm saying.
Fair, but that's, I know you used to be able to watch that on YouTube. You can rent it. Whatchamacallit, going back to another Rankin and Bass, Year Without a Santa Claus didn't make my list, but
Heat Miser.
Well, that I almost put him on because of Heat Miser, Snow Miser. This, come on, that's holiday goodness right there.
So the one thing I will ask us, because there are people, and I think these people are wrong. There are people that consider certain movies to be Christmas movies, which I
was
don't.
actually a little
Die
shocked.
Hard and Gremlins.
I would. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong either way. Do as you wish. I was shocked neither of them were on the list for any of us. I think one of them is a little bit more Christmas movie than the other.
Gremlins.
I'm not gonna say which is which.
Gremlins to me is much more Christmas.
Yep,
movie.
that would be it.
I have never seen Die Hard.
What?
I do remember. I think it was like the Comedy Central roast of Bruce Willis, where he his whole thing was like, "I'm saying it right now. Die Hard is not a Christmas movie." And you know what? If you think it is, it's awesome. If you don't, okay too. It's.
But then didn't some national source deem it a Christmas movie?
I don't know. I don't listen.
My grandpa brings that up every Christmas season.
So if we're gonna watch Scrooge, you have to watch Die Hard, man. You're not a huge action flick fan, right?
No, I need that superhero monster horror.
You get Alan Rickman, plays a pretty damn good villain.
I love me some Alan Rickman.
Hans Landa. No, Hans Landa. That's Inglourious Basterds.
Hans Gruber.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Who's never seen it knows the name of the characters.
I a lot of Hans.
You're good at names.
Yeah.
So Gremlins. So I agree.
Scary.
I think that it is a Christmas
terrifying.
movie. There are some horrific scenes.
Yeah.
I've watched it for the second time. I had watched it for the first time 5 years ago. When I rewatched it last year, I loved all the Mogwai stuff. Adorable, cute, him playing the keyboard, adorable little,
You got too scared when Spike came out, though.
But not even that. It's just the movie. It takes such a, and I know it's technically a horror movie too, more horror, but it's just it's too. I don't know. It takes me out of it. I don't like seeing them getting microwaved, and even though they're evil little Sons of Guns. I don't know. It's just the whole movie. When
Like you said, shit, you can swear now, man. You broke it. You broke the seal.
But yeah, so and I love everything up until we get the Gremlins.
So
but the Mogwais are adorable.
For the first 20 minutes.
The conflict. Yeah.
Hey, that serves as a great just holiday special. You get the
That's fair.
rules laid out, kid, and yeah. But
I mean, yeah, there's a bunch I didn't put on this list. I mean, honestly, I know Greg's joking about it. Hallmark movies are, it's a holiday staple.
Christmas staple now. Yeah.
I mean, Jingle All the Way was almost on there for me. A couple of different versions of The Grinch. There's just so many that I love.
The one I don't really love, and I love most Christmas carols, I don't love the animated Jim Carrey Christmas.
I've actually never seen it.
I rewatched that for the first time last week. I think it's very accurate to the book, probably the most accurate, I'd say. But it is long. And I remember in my parents, we saw that. I was probably, I think maybe 12 when that came out, maybe older. We were expecting more because it's Jim Carrey. We were expecting more like a Scrooge, like more of a comedy. But it's dark too.
I mean, the book is very dark.
Yeah.
It's a ghost story at Christmas time.
Yeah. I agree with you, Sean, on that one.
Yeah. Not a huge fan.
Quickly, I watched 2 new Christmas movies from this year. Actually 3, but I won't talk about
Krampus. That's right up your alley.
Krampus is an honorable mention. I watched Red 1. It's crazy that's already streaming on Amazon.
It's because it did horrible.
Bombed. Review critics hated it. I have to say, give it a chance.
It's all right. I saw it. It's all right. The Rock and Chris Evans together are funny, but it's an all right movie.
They brought in like mythological creatures, which I thought was cool, knowing me. And then we watched, if you have Paramount Plus, Dear Santa. It's Jack Black. A kid writes a letter to Santa, but he's
Satan.
dyslexic and wrote it to Satan.
Yeah.
So Jack Black plays Satan disguised as Santa. And it's classic Jack Black goodness in a Christmas movie. So
fair enough.
I thought that was fun.
Okay.
Yeah. Guys,
well,
I think that's a
bye everybody. No, just
peace. Deuces. No.
But guys, as always, thank you so much. I wanted to get one more video in for this year. Thanks for helping me out this past year, kind of my 500th rebirth of this channel. So I was happy we were able to cap it off with a video like this. We all love our holiday movies, and this was fun. I've got Chin Nose and Sean that I have ideas for days in the coming, hopefully, years to come. So for this, thank you too for helping out. Chin, thank you for doing the slideshow again. I appreciate that. And happy holidays, guys. Sean, got anything you'd like to plug, wish, send Christmas joy?
Don't got anything to plug, really. I will send holiday and Christmas joy to everybody. Hopefully everybody gets to spend some time relaxing and time with whoever you hold closest to you. Enjoy it. Don't enjoy the cold. It's flipping cold outside. I nearly swore. Mike, it's really hard for me not to swear. So
I swear all the time. I don't listen to him. I swear all the time.
But stay warm. And we'll see everybody in 2025, man. That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's pretty crazy.
We are closer, as an aside, 2025.
We don't need to hear it. We don't need to hear it.
Than 1995. That's
not.
nuts.
You've been kicked out once. Don't make me kick you out again.
All right.
Chin.
Yeah, I do things over with 3 Men in the Basement. Next Friday, if you're around, we have a big holiday special. We get some cool announcements for the channel. We're going to do a bunch of awesome giveaways. We got some awesome Christmas holiday trivia that, Game Time with Chinmo. I've been working hard on it. It's going to be a real fun one. Some great giveaways for everybody. Some cool channel announcements. Got some awesome stuff coming up in the new year. So, keep an eye out for that. And then I'm going to not be mushy like Sean. I'm just going to say exactly what he said. Listen to him, enjoy the holidays. Have fun with your families and friends. Enjoy the time together. Hopefully you get to relax and enjoy it. Don't let the stress of holidays get to you. Have a fun time. Watch some great holiday specials. Hopefully, we have some stuff to watch now. Hopefully you have some stuff to watch as well.
Yeah.
So,
happy
holidays, everybody.
Put your favorite, top 12 in the chat. And if you end up watching, or there's ones you haven't watched and want to watch, let us know in the comments below. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks again for these two for joining me. Everything they said about the holiday spirit, to kind of quote Christmas to Cranks, same for me, triple. Appreciate everyone who shared it on social media today. And happy holidays, guys. Be with the ones you love. Give them, some extra holiday cheer on the side. And just stay jolly, everyone. Stay freaking jolly.
Stay jolly.
Peace.